Well, hello.
Good morning.
I am introducing, this is my first ever Zoom video on my website, and I am doing it with my treasured friend and mentor and sister and everything. So many things. You're so many things to me. So let me introduce Sally Parham. Sally is somebody who I have worked with for many years, like almost 30, I think. And I started working with Sally when I was
1980,
much younger, right? And she,
1981.
well, I started in 91.
I mean 91. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's okay. I just was thinking in 81, I was like chilling in Lansdale Catholic. um, so yeah, so I started in 91, and Sally has always just helped me. She's guided me professionally. She's helped me with mothering and with relationships and with so
Oh,
many things. And we talk about everything. Nothing is off the table when Sally and I talk. So I just felt it was fitting when I talk about soulful stories and share people who mean a lot to me and who inspire me that Sally be one of those people. So Sally, as a profession, is Chief Administrative Office for the Chamber of Commerce, and she is a mom of four. And what else? Anything else, Sally? You want to say about you?
well, a mama of four. I have 6 grandchildren and I have uh, 11 great grandchildren.
Amazing, amazing. And what always strikes me about Sally, and the thing that I aspire to, is how just engaged and passionate you are in life. And I think that that is what just keeps you so youthful and so vibrant. And that's what I see. And no matter what setbacks you experience, you just handle everything with so much grace and so much strength. So, anyway, that's what, one of the many things I like about you, or a few of the many things. So, let's get started. I'll ask you my first question is what kind of drives you? What is your one kind of, when you wake up in the morning, what helps you kind of get through the day? And
Well, I guess one of the things that drives me is my position here at the chamber. It's such a diverse group of people that you interact with on a daily basis. And your job is so interesting because you don't know what it's going to bring to the plate, but you meet many, many different people. And that's what I love about my job. I mean, 43 years says something. And and the people that I've made friends with, the people that have come into my life that inspire me, the people that I made great friendships with outside the job is fulfilling to me, because even at my age, I feel that you're never too old to learn. And you're a classic example of that, Amanda. You inspire me every day. You give strength when I need it. You comfort me when I need it. And all of that, you know, adds to my journey in my life. I mean, you have to be the author of your life, of your own life. So, but the journey that I have been on through my position is inspiring to me. The people that and Don Whitney too. You know that Don Whitney had a great influence on our life. He taught
Don
us so
Whitney,
much.
yeah, he is. When Don came to the chamber, many, many years ago, the Chamber of Commerce, where Sally and I both work, um, was about 25 businessmen in Doylestown. And Don grew this chamber, and he also helped develop us. Sally started in 1978, and I started in 1991. And when you worked with Don, he really helped you to get rid of the your ego and really passionately be engaged with the chamber and be with its members. And it is really a fun microcosm of looking at just the world. Business is kind of the lens through which we look at people, but we get to engage with artists and entrepreneurs and a host of different types of professionals who are inspiring. And we work for them all. I mean, we worked here for so long that we really do truly see ourselves as partners in the organization. And and Sally is a great person to remind us always who we work for. We work for the members and the people, and growing people's businesses is just lots and lots of fun because their business is usually their passion, what they're passionate about. Um, and Sally, I feel like one of the hard things to talk about, but I feel like it's just so big and it just is so uh, indicative of who you are. And it's something I wanted to talk about because I know people will benefit from the conversation. We talk a lot about grief. I don't know that you even overcome grief. I don't even like to use the term overcoming grief because when it's something as powerful as what you've recently experienced, I don't know that overcoming is the word for it. And I wish
No,
that we were doing it side by side actually instead of Zoom, but Sally lost her husband. Can you share, is it possible for you to share a little bit of your love story? Because how, if you share when you met, that says so much.
well, grief is grief is love in a sense to me, because the tears that I've shed are tears of joy and tears of sorrow. Um, our love story started when we were 13 years old. My husband Bob and I are the same age, and we were born on the same day. So I'm one of nine, always had people around me, always had people living with us, family members living with us, all throughout our 62 years of marriage. And when I lost him, it was like an amputation in a sense, because the pain was just overpowering. And the first year is probably the hardest for anyone to experience. And we were just so connected being the same age and sharing the same birthday and always being together, that he died in July 17th, 2019. So it's like 16, 17 months. And, but I still feel that, that grief comes in waves. Sometimes it could be weeks on end where a moment that a song or a picture or a saying, or just looking at my son who's a spitting image of his dad, that it brings all the tears. When I go to bed at night and I'm in a big king size bed and there's nobody beside me, I'll touch the pillow and then the tears start welling. My loneliest times are at night because I'm in a big house and I'm all by myself. But I don't feel sorry for myself because we all have to go through this at some time or another. But grief is very, very hard to deal with. Even just talking about it, I feel sad. But I'm also joyful because I've had so many years with him, so many wonderful, joyous years. And I sometimes you keep this all inside of you, and you feel that if you talk about it, that you're bringing somebody down, or you're making them uncomfortable. But I do feel that you have to talk about your loved one, and you have to keep the memory going. You have to, I'm just thankful that I still work, that I'm still able to work, that my mind is still intact. But you just don't know what a day will bring. But I'm always joyful that when I come to work, I see your beautiful face. You inspire me.
I catch you, girl.
You say that I inspire you, but you're very inspiring yourself. And that's what makes
Thank
joyful.
you.
That's what makes coming to work so happy.
Thank you.
Sometimes we don't share the same views, but
True.
we can talk about it. And
So true, actually.
yeah,
That's a really great point, because it's so interesting when we look at our country that's so divided, and people cannot seem to talk about their differing views. And you and I always can. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't agree, sometimes we see things in vastly different ways, but I respect you as just a human being. And I also know your decisions, you come from a good place. And so I think if we know that about each other, you know, we can learn from each other. And not one of us, I think, is so entrenched in our viewpoint that we can't listen and hear another side to things, which I think is really
and
important.
don't you think our position here helps us to engross?
Yes, that is true, because I think it's, as I look back through the years, it has helped me to take, when I'm dealing with chamber members, I'm not really thinking about myself and my positions. One thing we were always reminded in the early days is that we work for everybody. And so it just kind of makes it easy to see what are people's needs, what are there. And maybe actually that act of service, because service is such an interwoven thing in our profession. And maybe when I think about, you moving through these stages of grief, maybe if you were to talk to somebody else about how they got through it, serving others and engaging with others and listening to others, I feel like that maybe that's a help in that situation, maybe. But I will say this also: you're good at giving a relationship advice. So, because you were married for so many years, what would you say is a good relationship tip for somebody out there? I'm sure you and Bob didn't see eye to eye every single day of your life.
Well, when he got sick, he used to say to me, Sally, you're going to miss me when I'm gone. And I'd go, yeah, you're right. I'm going to get myself a boyfriend. That's what's going to happen. But you know what? He was right. I do miss him.
Yeah.
And the thing is that nobody has a perfect marriage. I mean, to give an antidote, have your arguments, but don't stay mad at one another.
Yeah.
And family first. You know how I feel about family.
I do.
Family first.
Yes.
That's what's important in our lives. And if
Yeah.
people don't see that and view that and respect one another, and not only that, but let your children grow too. Let them become adults. Let them make their decisions. And of course, they're going to trip up too, because that's what life's all about. But your journey is what you put into it. Your life, it's how you make it. It's what you want. You can either be left out and do nothing, or you can invite people, because I think that you have to engage with other people. You have to, and there are some people that you want part of your journey, and there's some people that you don't. And and I feel that not everybody likes me.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Hard to believe, but I relate to that. Not everybody likes me too. It's all shocking. You know, I actually think that that's a good place to end.
Uh-huh.
I really do. I think that that kind of sums up so much. And if somebody takes one thing from this, it's what's important in life and
Uh-huh.
letting things go,
And
you
letting,
know, and
exactly.
knowing what's important. One last thing that you've always told me about, you know, we always talk about what you spend your money on, and you've always said memories, make memories.
Right. Uh-huh.
So,
Yes. Make memories, because that's what's sustaining me right now is my memories. And I don't want to lose them.
no.
I don't want to lose them. And my journey will end someday, but I do believe in God, and I know that there's an ever after, and I know that I've lost many, many people this year, and I'm glad you're part of my journey, though, Amanda.
I'm glad you're part of my journey. I really
So
am.
never stop inspiring me, and I promise I won't stop inspiring you. I don't know what I do for you, but
You know what you do, girl. Thank you so much.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And we will talk probably in 5 minutes.
Well, thank you for my soulful journey.
You're welcome. And you still may answer the many questions that I have emailed you, and I will put it on soulfulliving.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have
Bye,
a good
Sally.
day. Bye.
You too.